On my mirror, start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kaylynne and we are back with another video. This video is a reading room reorganization. These bookshelves have been looking a hot mess and it's just time to reorganize it and get it fresh for the new year. So welcome, I hope you enjoy this video. At the end, I will be doing a little 2024 wrap up where I'm going to be talking about some of the books that I read and answering a few questions on the end of the year tag. So without further ado, let's get into it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and happy 2025.
What's it gonna be? All depends on the girl ride the whip. I know we die for nothing. What's it gonna be? G-Wagon, all depends on the girl ride the whip. I know we die for nothing. Make you no say anything when you do, they must commend it. So anything when you do, I try to do I'm way. Plenty survive with face. Just to make your money day. But my people then go say I don't want buy, I don't want die, I don't want payment, I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. Let me tell you, what's it called? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, the girl ride the whip. I know people die for nothing. What's it called? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, the girl ride the whip. I know people. Different things them happening, schemes and packaging. In a one night for shows, I'm juggling. Flow like the ocean, port I'm paddling. Sharashina fella, that's my bro, my family. Frozen trades. When it comes to money, I they concentrate. Look at the straight, you are not my mate. If you become a chef, never head of state. But my people then go say, I don't want buy, I don't want die, I don't want payment, I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. What's it gonna be? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, the girl ride the whip. I know we die for nothing.
Alright y'all, so I am done. I have little mama in here. She would not let me finish, so I pretty much did what I could do. I don't know how I feel about it completely. I only got to do this side. I'll have to do my Christian books maybe, I don't even know, another day, I don't know. And then I have this little bat, like I don't even know what you call it, like a bin, I don't know, but it's like wooden. I want to put all like my craft stuff in there. It's like my scrapbooks, my coloring books, all that kind of stuff, so that when I want to do any of that, like that kind of time, it can all be in there. I tried to do fantasy because fantasy is the most, like, the genre that I think that I will be buying more of in 2025. I'm already running out of room, y'all. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get maybe bookshelves up here. Like, we're gonna have to do something because I have books behind each other in that one. So, I don't know. But I did fantasy up here. So, my Sarah J Maas, which I have to finish a collection, which I was gonna buy with Christmas money and gift cards for Throne of Glass. And then I also want to get Crescent City. So, I have some room on this shelf. They'll probably go there. This shelf has some room, so I have room on the top, and that's going to be for fantasy. Then this is like all my diverse reads or my Black authors. Not all of them, because some of them I put in like the romance scattered, but this is all like my diverse reads. These ones are all like romantic, like romance. I think they're all pretty much romance. I tried to group them by authors. So Lynn Painter, Emily Henry, Allie Hazelwood, Christina Lauren, Abby Jimenez, which is like, she has a new book coming out next year that I'll be added in, Mia Sheridan, Lauren Asher, Christina Forrest. I have some of her other books on my Kindle. Tia Williams, Jasmine Guillory, she has one over here as well. And then I have my Colleen Hoover stack. Down here, I have, you know, my girl, TJR, Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have her, and then I obviously am going to get more books. I gave away my copy of One True Loves to my friend, and I'm probably just going to buy it again so that I can have it there because that was one of my favorite ones. Kennedy Ryan's right here. We'll be adding on to hers when the next one comes out. Then we have Jessa Hastings down here. We have just some random books in the back that I've read, and then I put like my Christmas books back there. We have Anna Huang. She has a whole bunch. If If I decide to buy more of the King of Wrath series, I'll have to put those somewhere. But I have the whole Twisted series. I just still have to read Twisted Lies. So maybe we'll do a book, like a challenge in the beginning of the year for 2025 about that. And then I have just some random reads that I don't have any more of. This is like a time travel one. This is a Kristen Hanna book that I got. The Lost Bookshelf, The Midnight Library. I read that one already, but I just need to read this one. And then Flawless. I only have that one to see if I like the series. Then I just put all my hardbacks here because they're bulky and they take up a lot of space. The Kristen Hanna one. So probably put like my book of the month books here. Then I have some historical fiction and then the classics. And then these over here are like my informational books, like my psychology books. This one's about premature babies. This one's about friendship, trauma, medical, and then medical. So I try to, organize it, but I do have a lot of books actually. And then this is my mystery thriller section. I cannot buy any mystery thrillers because I have not read half of these. Like, I read all of the Natural series. I still need to read the Inheritance Game series. I never touched those books. Never touched this one. I never read The Maiden, but I read Silent Patient. I read The Housemaid Secret in the second one. I did not read the third one yet. And then these, I haven't read any of them yet. So yeah, like, we gotta get it together in 2025, or I'll be buying stuff on my Kindle because y'all, I'm gonna need some more bookshelves. So pretty. All my diverse reads, my Shatter Me series, I want to get into that. So maybe we'll do videos like tackling series because I do have a lot of series, but I want to jump on the Throne of Glass series probably earlier in 2025 than later. The Shatter Me series I would like to do. The Cruel Prince series I would like to do. I still need to read Ruthless Vows and Divine Rivals. Like, I can't. And then this girl I found on Instagram, Logan Piercy, she wrote Scalebound, and it's like a dragon, like, fantasy as well. So I need to get into that. I've had that for a while, actually, like when it first came out. But look how the cover is so pretty. Then I just have some like tabs here, my pens and stuff just to hold up the books. I need to get like bookends for that so then I can take those down. But honestly, it's good to keep them up because when Cam is in the room with me, she'll touch everything. So yeah, TBR jars down there. I need to do some new prompts. I'll probably do new prompts for this year. And that's pretty much it. I have this shelf over here that's a bookshelf, but it's all gonna be like my Christian reads to go along with my bookshelf over here that I have to redo. But this is all my Christian reads and then all my Bibles down there. I had already like organized this one kind of, so I just need to fix it up and then add the other books in because I have books all over the house. And then that is going to be it. But I have my Kim Cash Tate series down there that I'm gonna put somewhere over here because I want to have a section for Christian fiction. So I might actually do the top shelf because I don't know how much I'm gonna find, but yeah, we'll probably do the top shelf up there for Christian fiction. But that is it. I have to feed baby girl and then I'll see what else we're gonna do whenever I can get to filming. But I'm just trying to clean my room up so that we can start the new year off fresh. So this is just a nice book reset. And then I want to film the end of the year tag, which I'm like, we could do in this video, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll be back, okay? I thought it would be cool to, now that everything's nice and organized, just to do like a 2024 wrap up. So this year did not go as far. I mean, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say it didn't go as planned, which it didn't, but I'm not mad because my goal was to read 50 books and I am on, right now when I'm filming this, I have read 56 books. So I'm trying to finish the last couple that I'm in between or working on now before the new year, but we'll see. I will definitely post what my final count for the year was on my Goodreads and on my Instagram for sure. Speaking of Instagram, follow me on Instagram if you don't. I promise, I'm gonna be more active in 2025. Your girl was down because she was pregnant. I got pregnant. I found out I was pregnant in March and then completely, like maybe a month or so after finding out I was pregnant, was nauseous, just tired, y'all, tired, okay? And I was in like a 3-4 month reading slump, and then I finally like got out of it a little bit, but it wasn't as good as, you know, I wasn't able to read many books. And then I actually just dived into audiobooks, and that has been my thing, especially with being up late at night pumping and doing stuff as far as for my daughter, waking up, changing her, you know, all the things, not really sleeping. So me filming videos has been hard, but here I am trying to get you guys a video because I'm trying to get back into being consistent on this channel because it's new and we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary, and I didn't know if I really wanted to do a booktube channel, but it's been so fun, and the connections that I've made and the friendships that I made have just been wonderful. And this is just just something so fun to do. I've always loved reading, so yeah. All right, y'all did not come here to hear me just yippity yap. So let's get into some of the things about 2024. So I wanted to do the end of the year tag, but y'all, it was a lot of questions, okay? It was a lot of questions, but I'm gonna pull it up and see if we want to answer these questions. But if not, I'm just gonna do like a what I thought was good, okay? But we can entertain it for a little bit. Okay, here's one of the questions. Some of them had too many, and everyone had different ones. But anyway, most disappointing book of the year. I don't really, like, I didn't DNF any books this year, but I wouldn't say that any of the books that I read from my shelves are one. I will have to go with an audiobook I listened to. I feel so bad, but I think I rated it like a 2. I don't even know. I almost DNF'd it. But it was Holding by Alexandria Howes. I'll put a picture here. Apparently, it was the second book in the series, but you can read them as standalones. But I just did not like it, okay? I did not like it because the spice was just kind of repulsive to me. Like, I just couldn't get with it. And y'all know, like, if you've watched my videos or you follow me on Instagram, like, I just don't care for all that spice anymore. Like, come on, get to the point. Show me that, like, if they're really falling in love and it's just like beautifully put into the book, okay. And then, you know, we don't need to have pages and pages and pages of spice. At least I don't. Some people might like that, but I just don't need that in my books, and it really annoys me, and I'll just skip through it. But let me see what my review was, because I definitely had some words, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, I gave it 2 stars. I said, this was my first read by Alexandria Howes, and I had high hopes going into this book and in the beginning, and then I just couldn't get invested. I actually wanted to DNF the book, but I kept pushing to see if my thoughts would change. Overall, I didn't really enjoy the characters. I needed more and would have liked for the book to be more in the present. It felt all over the place, and the spice actually got on my last nerves. So that was that. Someone did comment on there and say to try reading the first book of the series called Goal, but I'm not doing that because I didn't like the characters, so sorry. But they also recommended the McLean Brothers series, which I did go on Goodreads to just look it up and see, and I think I'll give it a chance, but I just don't know when. But we won't write off Alexandria Howes just yet. If you've read any of her books, let me know which ones I should read, because that one was just not it for me. The next question, underdog book of the year. I kind of know what I want to say. Okay, maybe, I don't know if this is underdog or not. Let me see. I'm just going to skip that question because I don't know. A book that was overhyped. I'm not going to take the books off my bookshelf because I got them all pretty. I'm just going to put pictures here. Powerless to me. Like, y'all know I came back and read Reckless, and I loved Reckless. But Powerless to me was overhyped. I thought it was going to be like, oh, the best fantasy yet. Like, the way people were saying it. And y'all know I'm an ACOTAR girl, so ACOTAR is still #1 for me. Even though Fourth Wing, I highly enjoyed Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. So Powerless, it was just overhyped. I did enjoy it, but I feel like it was very much overhyped and people were like doing the most, when to me it wasn't really worth all that hype. But Reckless was good, and I can't wait for Fearless to come out. Favorite book couple, because I forget their names, I'm gonna have to say oh, Emma and Justin. I loved them so much. That was one of my favorite couples. Another one of my favorite couples was Love in Other Words. This is my first time reading Love in Other Words, and it's so cute. I see why Shaughnessy rereads it all the time. This one was about Macy and Elliot. Elliot was that boy. I realized this whole year, second chance romance, that's for me, okay? Give me any second chance romance. So if y'all have good second chance romance recommendations, drop them down below, please. And thank you. What else? I'm trying to think what else I read. Oh, This Could Be Us. Yes, that was it right here. Soledad and Judah, yes, he was everything, okay? This series is kind of a match, y'all. It's kind of a match. But they're also one of my favorite book couples, and this one is also one of my favorite book covers, and this was one of my 5-star reads. So this was a book that I really enjoyed so much. Okay, I told y'all I wasn't gonna pull out the bookshelf. Look at me pulling out the stuff of the bookshelf. All right, a book that surprised you. So speaking of Kennedy Ryan, I'm gonna say 2 books that surprised me. Long Shot, y'all. I've had Long Shot for so long, and I just did not want to read it because I was kind of like worried about the trigger warnings and stuff, just because like it's heavy. Man, I loved this book. Okay, this was just amazing. I did not think that I would like it as much because of just what, you know, people were saying about it and how, you know, some of the triggers are really hard, but it was I don't know how Kennedy Ryan does it. Okay, that's all I can say. I don't know how she does it, but I love this book. It surprised me so much with how much I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. So far, Kennedy Ryan has gotten 5 stars for everything. She just be doing it. Okay, she's just my 5-star author around here. I think she's the only author that I've actually given every book of theirs 5 stars so far. So that says a lot. But let me know, y'all. Do I keep reading the series? Do I read the second one? Or do I skip to the third one? Because a lot of people were saying the second one they didn't really care for. So let me know if I should be reading them all or if I should just skip to the third one. Because I'm kind of leaning towards just skipping to the third. Alright, next. New favorite author you discovered this year. Y'all, and y'all are going to get me when I say this. If you didn't watch my last vlog. Y'all heard me. Y'all heard me all year long talking about, I don't want to read historical fiction. It might be boring. I'm just not ready for that. This thing was good, okay? Her writing is amazing. I feel like I also connected to the story more, like a lot more because I am a nurse and I can understand some things, but I am not like a history girl. All that stuff kind of hurts my head, but I thoroughly enjoyed reading this, and like it was based in the 1960s, right? Yes. I'm like, let me not lie, but it was so good. The mental health talks, like themes in here and how they were represented. Frankie, I just wanted to just jump in the book and hug her. Like I was on like an emotional roller coaster reading this book. This was 5 stars for me. I'm so upset that I didn't read it earlier. I literally think I got it in like March or something. I don't know. I've been saying it in every almost TBR, like, oh, I might read that one, and I never read it. But Kristen Hannah, girl, I'll be back because you are one of my new favorite authors, because this writing style, it was so deep, it was so emotional. I feel like I'm in a mood or like stage where I want books that have depth. I want them to be just, I don't know, they gotta have some depth. I can't just read all these like little popcorn, you know, quick reads. I want to feel something when I'm reading, and that's the kind of mood I'm in. And I felt it all. I did not cry. I know some people were saying like they cried on like Nightingale and stuff. So those will be on my list. But if you haven't read this, there goes your sign. Go ahead and read it. It was so good. Okay. My happiest read of the year. That's hard. That's like what? All the books made me happy. I would have to say like legit made me happy when I was reading it. I'm trying to remember. I honestly kind of want to say this was one of them. Happily Never After by Lynn Painter. This was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. I don't know what I rated it, but I did really enjoy it. Like it was really nice to read. Let's see. I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, I said so cute, such an adorable read that was very quick to get through. Love the main characters, Sophie and Max, and all the side characters as well. I definitely enjoy Lynn Painter's writing and look forward to reading more by her in the future. So I'll stick beside that. I will stick beside that. Let's see, another question. Most frustrating book of the year would have to be, I mean, before I would have said Iron Flame, but that was my fault. I was in a reading slump, and I was just, you know, I take it back. I guess I would have to say, no, I think I would have to say the most frustrating. But I think I'm gonna have to say the 7-Year Slip. I'm gonna have to say 7-Year Slip because I felt like that was also one that was like overrated. I just did not enjoy it. I don't know. I'll have to read more of Ashley Poston's books, but I gave it a 3.5 stars. It wasn't a bad book. It just, I don't know. It didn't really do it for me all the way. It was kind of confusing in ways, like the time slip. I wanted his point of view. There was just some things that were missing for me, but I did like the book. I said it was beautifully written, touched on grief in a really realistic and heartfelt way, but at some points the back and forth of the time slip was a bit confusing, so I guess that was frustrating for me. Okay, I take it back, talking about the most frustrating book of the year, and I'm gonna get, you know, I'm so sorry. It's because I don't like toxicity, but Magnolia Parks. I like Daisy Hates, but Magnolia Parks, the book, I read the first book and then the second book. That was just so frustrating. It was so frustrating that they weren't communicating. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. I know that's people's series and I like it, but I'm not gonna lie that it was very frustrating for me. But I do want to finish that series, or at least continue on in that series, 2025. Next question. Best adaptation of the year. Yeah, I would have to say I didn't vlog, y'all. I don't know. I'd be scared to vlog outside. But I went to the movies by myself for the first time to see It Ends With Us, and I actually enjoyed it. I know a lot of people are like iffy about it. Obviously it did not have everything that's in the book. Everything wasn't the same. I feel like that's kind of like what it is when you do book to movie adaptations, and it just is what it is. It's like something to expect. I always think and always hear like the book is always better, so I went into the movie just kind of like with that mindset and knowing. But I enjoyed it so much, and I might watch it again on Netflix. But I went to the movies by myself. I was in there having a good old time, doing a little solo date, and yeah, that was my favorite one of the year. The longest book I read this year was Iron Flame, which was 640 pages. Cannot wait for Onyx Storm, okay? I can't wait. I can't wait. Shortest book you've read this year was Merriment and Mayhem. That was one of the Christmas books. It was 58 pages. That was by Alexandria Bellafleur. A book you haven't stopped thinking about. Honestly, when did I read? Fourth Wing. That is a book that it took me by surprise that how much I liked it. I ate it up completely. I definitely enjoyed it. I wrote, it's giving Divergent and a little bit of Hunger Game vibes with dragons. I love this book. I hate that I waited so long to pick it up because I was definitely missing out. I love the progression of Violet. I read this book rather quickly, and now I can't wait to get into Iron Flame because of the cliffhanger I was left with at the end of this book. It had my mouth wide open in shock. Yeah, that one is good. And even when I was reading Iron Flame, I was like, man, like Fourth Wing just really did it. Like, I was zooming through those pages. So that's what I would say to that one. Unpopular book that you love. Okay, I don't know if this book is unpopular, but from what I see, people are like, it's hyped up, it was not good, blah, blah, blah. No, I liked it, okay? The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I want to read so many of his books. This kind of writing and like what he decides to write about, that's what interests me. I don't know, I'm just drawn to it. I literally like have my tabs for like quotes and stuff, and y'all, I didn't tab nothing up this year. Really, this is the only book I think I really tabbed up, and I loved it. Like, it was just so good. It says pressure makes us so. You start off as coal and the pressure makes you a diamond. It's never too late to pursue a dream. Like, it was just the only way to learn is to live. Never underestimate the big importance of small things. The straightforward is never quite what it seems. Like, there was just so many good quotes in here. It was just real. Never underestimate the big importance of small things. You don't have to understand life. You just have to live it. Everything we experience is ultimately just our perception of it. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. Ooh, perspective. How life sometimes simply gave you a whole new perspective by waiting around long enough for you to see it. Like, this book was just like, it was like page after page. It is quite a revelation to discover that the place you wanted to escape to is the exact same place you escaped from. Prison wasn't the place, but the perspective. Like, this book was real, okay? I don't know what I put in my thing. I don't even know if I put something in there. But that was one of my favorite books. This was also a 5-star for me. I didn't even write a review. I was speechless, okay? But I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, it wasn't good, blah, blah, blah. So, book you would reread. I would definitely reread that. I would definitely reread Love and Other Words. I would definitely read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. What else would I reread? I would reread all of Abby Jimenez's books, honestly. And Kennedy Ryan's books, I'd reread. Reading goal reflection. So, like I said, my goal was 50. I'm at 56. I think that is amazing, especially with having a baby. And I'm still managing to find time to read. And I just found a new love for audiobooks. And I'm using my Kindle a lot more. Like, I'm just trying to make it, work how I can. Because being a mom and trying to read like a bunch of books in a month, it's hard. It's hard to find time, especially with a newborn. I have a newborn and I have a 2-year-old. So just, pray for me. Pray for me that I can read at sometimes. I like pick nap times and late at night, early in the morning, but I will give myself a pat on the back for still reading. My 2025 reading goal, I was gonna be, you know, very ambitious and say 100. I have no doubt that I think I really could read 100 books next year, but I'm not gonna put the bar that high. I'm going to just do 75 because you just never know what life's gonna give you, okay? So I don't wanna aim too high, but that is like my goal, but I'm gonna put in Goodreads 75. What are you prioritizing in 2025? So I am prioritizing myself and, you know, what I want to do as far as what brings me joy, and that is reading. That's one of my number one things. Reading. I want to get into crafting. I would love to learn how to crochet, so maybe I'll do that kind of stuff in some of my reading vlogs and stuff. But I have been saying these things for so long, and it's like, girl, when you actually gonna do it? When are you gonna do it? So this is a year. This is a year to stop talking the talk and actually walk, okay? We have to actually do the things that we say we're gonna do. And I'm not gonna take any excuses. I do want to incorporate more solo dates and going out with myself with my book, going out to like lunch, going to Starbucks, going to the movies, doing all that kind of stuff. But definitely self-love and self-discovery, because after, you know, becoming a mom, there's a lot more things to balance. There's a lot of things that, you know, I wasn't expecting. I didn't know until I became a mom. And now it's like, you don't have to lose your life because you have children. People who tell you that, they are wrong. You just have to time manage, you know, prioritize, say no to things, have boundaries, but you don't have to lose yourself, and you should never lose yourself. It's hard in the beginning stages, of course, and especially when you first become a parent. But look at me giving y'all a talk on motherhood. Like, this is a book channel, but y'all are here, okay? But let me go, because I'm getting a little delusional at this time. I'm running off of a little bit of sleep, but I just wanted to give you guys this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope I wasn't doing the most. But I'm excited for 2025. Let me know what kind of videos you want on my channel. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I want to be more consistent. Right now, I can only commit to one video a week. I don't even think I'm going to set a specific date, like day of the week, because it's just too much right now. So one video a week. I'll just announce, I'll put it on Instagram, of course, but that is gonna be my goal. I enjoy reading vlogs, but I want to do like some sit down videos, some book shopping vlogs, whatever it is that you want to see. I enjoy watching like reading vlogs and day in the lives and stuff like that. So just let me know what you guys are interested in seeing on my channel. So thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in 2020. Bye. Bye.